If somebody was severely hurt now, I'm talking about bleeding to death, would you help them if you would lose all your money, all your possessions? I think a cat stands a better chance. Jedi mind trick, that shit don't work on Mueller. I think tax incentives should be given to companies, food companies, that give their food away one day before it expires now to people in need, food shelters and pantries. And they get more tax incentive by the poundage that they give away instead of having it destroyed and taken to our landfills. I was watching some Native Americans and their culture, their painting, their pottery, their beadwork is what sets it apart though. I know they're Africans because of the beadwork. Check it out and compare yourself. You know, I'm really proud of America because I never thought that I would see a black president. I never thought I would see people being called out on being racist and losing their jobs. And I never thought I would see this much diversity and power. I'm really proud of America. When using the word radical, when referring to one of our senators who is Muslim, is racist in itself. If you was on Mars and you had another person on Mars that you didn't know, and you two were the only one on the whole planet, and you had 7 burritos, and the other guy had 7 huge boulders of gold weighing tons. Which is more valuable, the burritos or the gold? The burritos, of course. That gets me to my next point. How Huckleberry Finn got people to paint a fence because they said it was fun and they wanted to experience fun, so he let them paint the fence and he sat back drinking lemonade, laughing at them. That's how I feel about gold, a shiny rock. In reality, everything could be free. If everything in our money system is based on a rock, it's really worthless. We ain't got to worry about who runs against Trump in 2020 because what y'all aren't considering is the second wave, the second blue wave. When a tsunami comes, it's just not one. Beware of the second wave. We the people will vote. I didn't even vote in 2016. I thought I had it locked. Imagine all the people who didn't even vote, who've never voted. People who only voted twice, like me. Imagine all of them going to the voting booth on 2020. It's going to be something spectacular. I promise you. If there was an angry spirit in your home, wouldn't you do anything to get rid of it? Pay the ancestors of slaves. I don't like opening up cans of worms unless I got like an answer to it. But here in Utah, there's a history, a racist history, dealing with African Americans. You can look it up if you want. But here's a great idea. Being that we African Americans don't even make up 1% of the population here, this state has an opportunity to really state and make precedent. And that's by giving reparations and land, not just a mere gesture or a mere apology. That reminds me, I was talking to a prosecuting attorney, and he said, "I appreciate your service, sir." I said, "Prove it, sir." So this is an opportunity for the state of Utah to not only say, but put actions to how they really feel about the health of African Americans in their state. How 41+1 gonna get mad at SNL for making fun of him when he made fun of people with disabilities? First, everybody was for guns. They would die for that right and protect that right to bear arms to this day. But the guns got bigger and nuclear. So now we tell other countries you can't have the big ones. But we are the main ones who said and support bearing arms. I think we should go back to slingshots and bow and arrows. The only white boy I ever really, truly identified with was one that was burned in a house fire from head to toe at the age of 10. An all-American boy, soccer dude, soccer mom. But once he was burned, he was treated like a monster. His face was disfigured. He was brown, burned, lip contorted. But he was the only white person I knew who could recite Malcolm X and knew black history. Verbatim, could spit out Frederick Douglass speeches. Does a person have to be taken to that depth to be identifiable? I wish everybody could go to sleep in the struggle and wake up in the light. You know what I really dream for the day when my screenplay writing agent is just waiting for me to finish my next piece of works. That's my dream. Divine 9, build a community in Africa. I'm Andre Davis reporting, and I'm gone.